Hi, welcome to week 5 of my 52 rolls challenge. That would be the year-long plan to do a roll of film every week for 52 weeks. Anyway, I am behind schedule this week. It's Thursday, and normally this video would have posted about 20 minutes ago, but I'm obviously still shooting it. And I planned to film outside. I actually did a lot of shooting outside this week, but it was very cold, and I was too busy taking pictures and then trying to find somewhere warm to go rather than uh, taking the time to also film. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I'll work on it. I promise I will get better. It's also been just a crazy busy week because I'm moving into like a new office space, so I won't be here under the stairs. There are the stairs. Harry Potter's got nothing on me, nothing at all. Totally rock Harry Potter. I just, don't need a wand of magic. I need a camera, I guess. So I need a new hat. Anyway, a few other changes this week. My older stepdaughter turned 14, so any condolences you feel like you need to offer, I'll take those. But she was given a set of 3 film cameras along with a bunch of lenses and a box of old film. So I took some of the film and I wanted to shoot a roll before she shot it to make sure that it was okay, because expired film, it hasn't been treated right, can be quite bad. So that was Kodak Gold 200, 35 millimeter. I don't usually shoot Kodak. I'm a superior guy. But I have to admit, I actually kind of like how it turned out. The Superior I've been shooting for the last year has all been expired. I got a huge lot of it off eBay, and I haven't gone through it all. And because I mostly shoot medium format, the 35 millimeter stuff tends to last for a while. Now, the camera I used instead of my nice, big, heavy 6-pound Coney was a Minolta 3X370. Now, in high school when I started doing photography, I had this camera. Not this one in particular. The one I had was silver here instead of black. I do still have that camera, but sadly earlier this year when I was on a trip with my wife in Nashville, the shutter stopped working. In fact, this is actually the last picture I took with that camera. Now I know some of you are saying, you can get that shutter fixed, and I know, but on eBay this is a $10 camera. So it's hard to spend more than $10 to fix a shutter on a $10 camera. So I ordered this one off eBay and actually used this on a road trip earlier this year I took from Virginia out to Arizona and back home again. And it worked pretty well, I guess. No real complaints. Maybe looking at a lens hood. That's the only real complaint I had is I had some weird glary things occasionally. But that's on me. That's not on the camera. The X370 isn't a famous camera. No one is excited about it. It's actually pretty cheap. It was all I could afford in high school. It doesn't show your aperture in the viewfinder, so you have to remember what you had it set at. Manual focus, obviously, it only gives you your shutter speed and an indicator of whether that shutter speed is good or bad inside the viewfinder. But I've shot a lot of rolls with one of these cameras, so it always feels sort of nice to come back. It's also crazy light, so I can actually put it in my coat pocket and it doesn't feel that bad. Because I don't like to process rolls of 35 millimeter by themselves, because the tank holds 2 reels, so why not just do 2? I shot a second roll of 35 millimeter. Now, dark secret, I do also shoot digital. I have a Nikon digital camera, a D750, which I use for those times when people want digital images, which is fine. I don't really care. I like film better personally, but if you want digital, I'll shoot digital. But I'm always on the lookout for older autofocus Nikon lenses, because Nikon autofocus lenses will still work with modern bodies. They haven't changed them out. So I found on Craigslist someone selling an N70 with a set of 3 lenses, 4 lenses, I guess, that they wouldn't split up as a set, as a film, for a film camera. So I went, because I do also shoot film, and I actually already have an N70 body, which I had never used. It was just because I bought it with another Nikon lens, and I like manual focus bodies. This is an autofocus. It was just sort of sitting there. So I picked up this one too, and I decided to actually see what it's like to shoot with an autofocus film camera, which I have never in my life done until I used this one. So I used the Superior with this one, Fuji Superior. The stuff I have is actually very expired. Both rolls, both the Kodak and the Superior roll, were overexposed 1/3 of a stop. So keep that in mind when you look at the pictures, which are going to be starting now. So I hope you like the pictures. Christmas is coming up, but I'm going to keep chugging away at the rolls, 52 rolls project. Um, this week was kind of harder because I shot 2 rolls of film with 2 separate cameras and then developed them. Now, developing takes the same amount of time for color whether you do 1 roll or 2, but just the fact that I was doing 2 test rolls, which means I didn't know what images I was going to get back, made me sort of weird on the shooting. I've been overly cautious with shooting with the Kony. Only having 10 pictures means I'm kind of overthinking my shots a little bit. And with the 24 rolls of 35mm, I kind of relaxed and just pointed the camera at things and took pictures, which is something I was going to work on, if you remember, all the way back in an earlier video. I talked about that. So moving forward, I'm going to work harder on just taking pictures and then seeing what comes out. Anyway, I still will be here for the next few weeks for the holidays. Hope you guys survive the Christmas shopping and watch out for squirrels.